Oh, here's the video you've been waiting for. Welder Blue Star 185 is up and running. We're going to do some welding with it. It's a rainy, kind of crappy day out, so we decided, hey, let's weld with it. So we're working on the new panel. Got a whole bunch of things going. We're doing agile welding and planning, and Jake's over here. He's going to grab a shield. He's going to try this out. What we're doing today is I found this out in the bush. It's a logging tool. It had a big fat wooden handle in it, and it was completely rotted away. There was rotten wood in the hole. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this 2-inch or inch and a half pipe to make a handle out of it. Pipe's laying around with garbage, so I'm probably going to cut off about 36 inches or so. We're putting some taper on it, so we're going to weld that, polish it down, and keep going from there. So we're going to try to resurrect this, and there's the wood spear for it. Clean that up and try to make something out of it. Other than that, it just go in the scrap pile. So we thought, hell, it's been raining and crappy out today. We've just finished cleaning bunny pans, so that's all done. Unfortunately, the bunnies are still in the garage with us, but whatever. So we've been cleaning up, making some pathways, but I wanted to get this project because somebody asked me about the Blue Star. I think M. Reed did. He wants to see Jake weld. He wanted to see the Blue Star running. And yeah, I've had a lot of comments about the Bosch grinder. There it is, still running. Zip cut wheel in there, still doing its job. Awesome little machine for the $44. They went up to 66 bucks, and I think they're down to 52 on Amazon right now. So the price has been flying up and down. I bought these on Amazon, these Lincolnson zip cut wheels. I don't know if Amazon USA has them, but Amazon Canada did. You know what? These are awesome. They're thin. I mean, these are, I never heard of it before. 124 thick, 1 millimeter thick. So it's thick as a dime. And they work great. I mean, I'm cutting the first one. I cut through all that. I cut through all that. I made 4 passes on that, the end of that device, and then I made 2 passes in the pipe. And the wear's been good. Where are we at? I mean, you know, jankety. Not too bad. You can tell by here. Yeah, I don't know. 1/8 of an inch gone, maybe a little more. They're not too bad. I mean, these are really super thin and cutting stuff like, I don't know. So there they were. They were cheap. I can't remember the price. You'd have to go on there and look, because it doesn't matter what I paid for them, because you won't get them. If the price changed, that's it. So too bad, so sad. So try those out. Don't be shy. I bought Mastercraft ones and watch them vaporize before your very eyes as you're trying to cut. So these seams, I just got a feel for these, and they feel okay. So that's the Lincolnson 4.5 inch reinforced metal cutoff wheels, brought to you by Amazon. Right there. So I'll give them a shot. I'm just going to pause the video, let Jake get ready, and then we'll go back at it. And like I said, don't mind the mess. We're just trying to do everything we can. It's a misty, rainy day, so we're not doing anything outside. I got to put a wheel kit on the welder. We've got all kinds of things going on. Cleaning up still, and I need this for turning logs in the log pile. So hold on, stand by, and we'll get Jake welding.
Shield's dead.
Shield's dead?
Yep. Completely dead.
Uh-oh. Hold on, we got a problem with the shield. Stand by. Got to pause there. The shield's got a dead battery. You can hear the Miller rev up as we're doing the welding. Might be a touch hot, Jake, I don't know.
Yep.
Huh? Burn through?
Just a touch.
Yeah, right where the threads are, it's thinner.
Yeah.
We'll Let that cool a second, then we'll finish that off. That thing's running beautiful. You can hear it outside in the background, I'm sure, as it revs up and down. There it goes, it just decelerated. There's the bad mama jumper right there. How's that look, Jake?
Not bad.
Get a weld? Let's have a look.
It's not horrible.
Yeah, she's quick because we were running hot. But all we're
Dirty.
doing in here, this is rusty pipe. We're running 7014. Rusty pipe on the inside, on the outside. We're going to polish that. He's going to fill in the hole here, and then we're going to...
And then once we get our outer sleeve on, we'll have a lot more to burn into, and we'll...
Yeah, this is just so you guys know this is rusty crap. So that's what we're looking at. You can see the rust inside there. So we're tapering this to fit inside there, so I can taper this along here, and then once that's tapered, the spear point gets, like, look at the rust. The spear point's going to get welded in, so we're trying to rescue this. So that's the plan. The again, we're running about. You want the welding amperage down a little bit or no?
What do you add, 80 amps?
Yeah, I can go slightly less.
Yeah, slightly less.
So I'm going to go down. We're going to turn down the amperage a little bit. So turn the amperage down. And because that is starting to rain again. And that's running hard or hot. The rod is a Hobart. These have been around, I think, I've had these for probably 15 years. Hobart E7014 332. Now the 7014 is supposed to have the tensile strength of the 7018. It kind of doesn't lay down as nice in my mind, the 7018. But it doesn't have a moisture problem that the 7018 does. So I think this is going to work out. We'll get this cleaned up and we'll cut it again. I'll be right back. Alrighty, there's the next one we're going to do. Turn the amperage down, so we'll see how this goes, see if it doesn't have a tendency to burn through. And Jake's getting ready to weld her in there. And it might be too cold, we'll see.
Grab the wrong shield. Oop. Hang on a sec here, guys.
We got batteries for the shield somewhere. I just got to find them.
So let that cool for a few seconds because it's thin where the threads are.
Yeah, for sure. That flux is very reminiscent of a 6013. It even smells the same when it burns. I don't know, any of you guys out there welding will know that you can smell it. And I'll tell you what, why we decided to do this and stick today was to obviously show how the Miller 185, the Blue Star, is going to operate for us. And to show that there's a lot of guys that, you know, still running the old school, running stick. They don't have MIG. Flux core is a bit of those machines, those cheap machines are a bit tough to run with. So I thought, well, you know what, let's just try this the old school way with some stick and see where we can get. So there's the next one done, and stand by. All right, we're good to go. trying to weave that so he doesn't burn through the pipe. It's only skid 40 pipe, so it's not really all that thick. And we're just making this completely out of junk. So this is stuff we would have thrown away. So I thought, you know what? Let's see if we can do this. Ripping it old school, farm style. Making, you know, making the silk purse out of a sow's ears. So we're trying to put lipstick on the pig, as it were. There you go. We'll do it one more time and see what kind of fit we get. And stand by. I thought I'd give it a try. I haven't stick welded in a while, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, see what happens. Some of the flux off there. There you go. The old man still has his touch.
Good.
That's that rod does run sweet. I can't, you know, I can't knock it. That Hobart stuff's pretty good.
Just stay away from Chinese rod, guys.
Yeah. So let's hold on to this and we'll continue on. Yep. Yeah. So this will be, I think, the fifth slit.
Fuck.
Behind you on the floor.
How do you get up there?
Who knows? There you go. Doing her old school. You gotta let the like and the subscribe button see this stuff go. I mean, come on. This is raw dogging. Recycle, reduce, reuse, I don't know. What do you want to call it? Just taking care of junk.
You want to try and jump over here?
Making shit junk happen. So we're going to fit up the end now. I'm going to check it all out and then we'll see how that goes. Stand by. Let's tack that up. So what we got here is we got the working part of it in the vise now, and I've cut this out. I cut a fair amount out of this because there was a big fat wooden handle on here. So Jake's going to put tacks on this and we're going to close it up. So open the vise. Okay, squeeze the vise. More.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there. Okay,
Sure.
hit it. Burn through. Just make freaking pain in the butt to fix it. Okay, let's do it again. Turn this around. Oh, that's hot. Go ahead, squeeze her up. Keep going.
Keep going?
Yep.
Can't move back.
Oh, he's pushing me out of the way. There we go.
Oh, it's tight.
No more? No more?
Leave a bit of a hole for weld prep, or
No. There.
you want it tight all the way?
Let me see. Yeah, I think that'll do.
Okay.
It's a little high there though.
Well, we can. It's the way
It's dented, eh? So go right here, tack right here,
Yeah.
and then I'll come back here and try to fix that a little bit. But see if we can get a tack right there, right there. You got that spot?
Sure.
Right there. Get a tack on there. See what happens. Because you can see it's not laying down flat, but I think I might be able to hammer that a little bit. Dolly it. So we're going right there. Beauties. Okay, here, you video. We'll switch Jake over to the camera guy, and I'm going to see if I can bang that out a little bit. See if I can work some magic. Whoa! Guess not. That went pop. So, what are we going to do there?
Tack broke on us, as you can see.
It's
So a lot of built up stress in that. So maybe we get the shape, the flats lined up first, and then we do a bit of a stitch next time. The pressure just might be too great.
What we have to do is cut that out. And I'm gonna go here. Let's see if I can go here somewhere. I'm starting to get flat. I'm not liking it. Put some round back into this. Yeah, you can hear it crunch. Come back round again. Okay. Let me see that welder. You film. Give me the lead. Oh, no rod. You have a rod? There's a rod there. A little more than a tack. Let's see what we get out of that. Yeah. Let's see. Take this end. I'm trying to close it up. Slightly out of round. Yeah, let's see if we can squish it back down again. through that quick. Should be okay. Whoa! Merry Christmas. Almost as crummy as the factory weld. So this is what we're trying to get to. We're getting there. Again, this was a wooden handled log spear. I think there's a name for the tool, but I'm not exactly sure what that is. But I don't know. I'm gonna say I like it. So I haven't decided what to do yet. Just get a little bit around. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside for a second. And this is what we made. Give a shot of that. And that's the intended plan, is that right there. So we're gonna play with that till we get it squared up.
And tack it.
Tack it.
And then fill that hole up at the end. And that shouldn't be too hard to do because we have a big thick piece of metal and we can
Well, we're gonna
focus our heat into the spear and let it kind of wash out into the sheet metal, and so
we're gonna see what's going on here. That's supposed to. Okay, so we've got a problem there. We're not going through here. Uh-oh. We may have gone too tight. Well, no, because hold that. I think that you can see where the rust was. That was the original spot right there. We're almost there. Let's see if I can tap that a little bit. Get it to go. I think that's what we're after right there. I don't want to be able to put it all together. Make sure that we can get there from here. Do this. Take this. That's the problem there. It's wider, very wide. Let's see what's going on. Whoa. And around. Getting there, I think. back. We might have to put a relief cut in it. I maybe went too tight. We might have went too tight. Might be time for a relief slip. I'm thinking it's time for a relief slip. We're trying to get to 3 places at once. Yeah. And then they're really tight. I don't know. Let's give this a try. Famous last words. I just want to make sure this will go through. To where we were. If we weld it. It's getting no further, but still snug. Well, that's going to end up with a relief cut, I think. But what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get to is to see how the 3 parts are going to come together, or if they're going to come together. So that's basically what we're going to be after. But that's touching. We're touching now. Still got a fair bit of gap. So I think what we have to do is to slit the pipe again and tighten it up even more onto here so it'll go in deeper. Because right now, if we look at it, we still got a heck of a lot of daylight around here at the bottom. We can't really taper this much more because we're already wrapping right around the point. And there is nowhere near close enough. And then what do we got here? And not at the point it's settling yet. Going tighter. Yeah, it's got to be slid in here. We got to tighten this up a little more. We're going to try one more. We'll try one more slice in here and tighten this up a bit more, and then see where that gets us as far as it going inside. So stand by. and we'll do that. Well, we've been at this for probably for 25, 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. We kept doing it over and over again because we had to keep tapering this down to try to get it inside. And even still then, we can't get it exactly where I want it, but it's going to be just good enough. So Jake's going to weld the point on, and then we're going to slide the rest of it on. So I did the same thing over and over again here about 4 more times. And the net result was we just couldn't get her in deeper. I mean, I'd be at it for you know, a day, really. So we're going to do this now, and then we're going to weld right here. I got it tacked into place now. Jake's going to weld it up, and we're going to keep making sure that this point is centered with the handle. So he's going to weld that now. Go ahead, Jake, weld that up. And the only reason why I didn't video all that, because it's the same thing over and over again, and that's kind of boring. I know you guys don't want to
burn in here a little bit.
Yeah, burn it in there, weld it up. I mean, it's going to get welded on the outside as well. So we're just going to check that again. Hold this, Jake. Jake's going to video the point, and then I'm going to roll the point to make sure that we're staying on point. So all I'm doing is setting it in the vise and turning it. That looks pretty good. So we'll weld
that face right there.
yeah, we'll weld that face there. Go ahead and
So
weld
you're
that,
gonna
Jake.
film, and I'm gonna try and come across a little bit straighter than I was on the other side. I'm gonna angle my heat down onto the thick part of the metal. There's no way in hell I'm burning through that.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this more. I should have cut the threads off. In hindsight, that would have been much better. Okay, Jake, hit that spot there. I'm losing ground in the vise. You hear it popping away. That's the bad ground. Sorry about the bad camera work, but I'm doing 2 things at once. We'll get that last face, Jake. Again, the whole point of this project was just to test out the Miller Blue Star 185, screw around with some junk, because that's what we're doing here. And it was raining out, so we thought, what the hell, play around, make a video. So we're going to try and slip the other end on now, and we'll show you how that works. We'll just be right back in a second. No, we got it. I drove the tip was all welded. We squared it up. That was fine. And then we drove the sheath on for the bracket, or the hook. So Jake's going to weld up the slit now. Again, this was probably 2.5 inch diameter of wood at the end when we started this, and we're down to 1.5 inch piece of pipe. So we're trying to, you know, again, put lipstick on a pig, make it beautiful. So here we go. We're going to weld up the seam, and then we'll square the collar on, and then that'll be the last. I think it'll be done. It was like I said, just a rainy day project, going around, seeing what we can do. Isn't that cool? Do some jump welding.
It's gonna take some time, yeah.
Yeah, pull the heat out of it, because that's thin sheet metal. It's not all that thick. The sheet's not very thick at all, actually. So just gonna jump around a little bit, try to dissipate the heat.
And it's rusty at the same time, and
Yeah, it's rotted out on the inside.
we're not having a good time. It's thin in here.
Yeah, when I dug this out of the ground, it was full of rotten wood. The point's pretty heavily rusted, and so it would just stand to reason that we're going to have a problem with the sleeve itself. But Jake's working on it. Hold on, we're going to clear that slag. Hold on, pause the video. Start back on that, on the welds.
Yeah.
You got some mass there to absorb some of the heat. I could probably turn the welder down maybe. I don't know if we're going much lower. We're running a 332 rod here. Yeah. Princess Auto. Alright, Jake. Start on the mass of a weld.
Yeah.
Hold on. Try and work off of a mass. He's rusty. He is rusty. Okay, let me have a try. Dad's gonna have a shot at it. Sticking with rust. I'm just trying to get away from he's bouncing around, you can see it. Trying to get away from putting so much heat. This tube is pretty rusty. Now this is probably going to get a lot of negative comments, but you know what? I don't care because we're making something out of junk. And I guess the whole point of the project, I guess, is to prove that it can be done. There, I'll just get a little carried away there. That's okay. That'll happen when you get old. There. And to be honest, there's got a little bit of slag inclusion going on here, Jake. Got slag inclusion, we got it. Yeah, you know what? That ain't too bad. She is a little thin. You can see that the weld was kind of falling down through it a little bit. That's a little high. Interesting. Now it's just beautification. I don't know that we're adding. And it's that, you know, this, just like 6013, it's rod leaves a crater of slag. In the middle, you can see that. Chase holes. You can, I think there's still a hole in there though. Piece is getting a little bit hot. Again, this is barely, I'm going to say it's maybe 70 thou thick. It's not very thick at all. Plus, it, you know, to begin with, it wasn't thick, and then it's rusted. Top of that. It sounds like I'm making excuses, but it is what it is. Here's what it is. I think the tool, we're pretty square. The tool's going to do what it's intended to do. Let that cool down a bit, I think. And we're going to try something in here. Look at this horrendous gap. I couldn't squeeze this stuff down anymore. There's nothing we could do with it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Goes, it is what it is. Well, this is what it is. Now this is where we fired up the MIG. I suppose we could do
Short circuit and fill it in pretty
fill
easily.
it in pretty crazy. Yeah, it should be easy to do for sure. But the whole exercise here was to try to do this with stick welding. Get the miller running.
Let me have a go at it if you don't mind.
Yeah. Jake's going to try and jump the gap. Because we're trying to do what you shouldn't do. I would just do a pass all the way around, maybe, to close up that gap without trying to jump it. I don't know. It's a big gap, but he's filling it.
So we'll rotate it a bit.
Yeah, he's filling it. It's gonna work.
Actually,
we could, dang it, get a. I don't know. That's just the most shittiest idea I've ever seen in my life. But
what's that?
that wire brush.
Yeah.
But the damn thing's working. It's a wire brush chip and hammer combo. I don't know where we got it somewhere. Is it working? No. Hold on. Let me get in there. There we go. Look.
We are filling it. We'll come
Whoa.
back in and try and
Drag that in and fill up that gap.
yeah.
What happened? Well, it's nice now. The pipe does have a bit of mass to it, so it's pulling off some of the heat. Probably why you don't do body work with a stick welder. And 7014, and to be all honest, it does run like 6013, so
You don't get the flux seems to bubble in a lot. You don't get a real. It's fast freezing. Like you don't get a soft crisp or a hard crisp kind of really defined arc like you do with 7018. It's kind of my first time running this rod actually. I mostly do most of my stick welding in 7018.
I hope I don't screw my phone. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell. I know some of you guys are doing farm stuff. Some of our viewers are definitely into rabbits. The rabbits are doing fine. We're not having any problems with them yet. So if you like, subscribe, ring the bell. You get all kinds of different content. I mean, that's what it's all about. A little bit of variety. And there is some welds coming out of there. Certainly not TIG welding.
We're not trying to set any records, guys. We know this is pretty crude. We just wanted to see if this thing would light up or not. And
I mean, that's not bad. That's gonna hold. Andrew Camerata would love a weld like that. Wouldn't you, Andrew? I know he watches. Secretly he watches. You know it. But again, we're just trying to make something junk that we found in the woods in our property here, and trying to take something. And I do need one of these log rolling monsters, so it was kind of cool that I found it. So I'm gonna just pause the video because it's just, I'm afraid of wrecking my phone, and we'll get back to you when it's finished. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Well, there you go, friends. We got it finished. Off camera, we just finished welding it up. The biggest problem that we had was this tube here is extremely rusty and thin, and we're trying to weld it to rusty pipe. So we dicked around with it, and that's all you basically can do, is keep dicking around with it. And take a focus. I mean, it ain't gonna win no beauty prizes, but we're gonna test it out. It should be functional. Welded it all the way around, but every time we try to get on the edge of that sleeve, holy cow, she just turned into popcorn. A lot of rust in there. We had to fix this up. So we'll just play with it, see how it goes. The welds are all there. I don't think it's going to fall apart by any stretch. Definitely more indicative of what you're going to run into in farm repair, kind of a situation where you're fixing something up that isn't brand new, beautiful steel. This is old and rusty. It was buried in the ground. Don't know how long, but there it was. So that's what we did. We tried to resurrect it, and I think it's going to work out fine. I'm going to put some little bit of point, sharpen it up because I beat the end up a little bit. Right there, you can see it. There you go. So I'm going to clean that up a bit, and then we're going to use it. I mean, what the hell. So thanks for tuning in, watching the video. Jake's not overly happy with the result, but who cares? It's good. It's going to work. It's not brand new tubing, so you get what you get. The Miller 185 Blue Star did a great job. It's working good. The investment was well worth it. Boom, there it is, right there. That just happened. So thanks. This video turned out longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Jake's just cleaning out some tools. That's it for today. Everybody's happy. Rabbits are a little nervous. Lots of noise in here. And there it is. The log tool, or logs. I don't know what you call this thing. I'm gonna find out. If you know what it is, mention it in the comments. I'm just going to sharpen the point, call it done. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. We'll show you some more of these janky repairs, hopefully with some better quality junk to make. But there it is. How to weld rust to rust. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye now.